see fire burning the trees, and I see fire hollow in soul. I see fire blood in the breeze, and I hope that you remember me. And if the night is burning, I will cover my eyes. For if the dark returns, then my brothers will die. And as the sky is falling down, it crashed into this lonely town. And with that shadow upon the ground, I hear my people screaming out. And I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollow in souls. I see fire blood in the breeze. I see fire. Oh, you know I saw a city burn out. And I see fire. Feel the heat.
Hey, what's up, Twitch? That was Icy Fire. So, we have a new group going out on a new multi-part mission, Novice Rank, as we'll get in introductions to them, figure out a little bit who they are, where they're going, and then we'll kind of get into it today. So, first things first. Hello, adventurers.
Hello.
So,
Good afternoon.
you are all sitting in the guild hall. Around the table, the first is a barbarian, played by Laws. Who are you playing on this multi-part mission?
Kahal. Barbarian. Level 6.
A little bit about Cabal. I think it's one of the first times. I know we had him in one previous one shot, but a little bit more about him.
He's... In combat, Kahal's very different from out of combat. And he believes that he should protect his friends.
Okay. Sitting next to Cabal, we have a druid. And over her shoulder is a spectral goat that she cannot see. Who's that druid?
It's Irina.
And we have a little Azuri playing her who's not feeling the greatest, but is suffering through it to play some D&D. Hi, Azuri.
Hey. Hi.
And next to Azuri, we have a tiefling paladin of Millie, played by Craig. Craig, a little bit about Bravo.
Bravo loves to have fun. He wears this whole of Milil around his neck. It's all about having fun.
Okay. And one of the many Wilted Oak siblings. Apparently the one that causes the least amount of fire damage. We have Ori the Wizard. Hi, Storm.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like me bringing up the family history? So, you guys have all come together around a bounty. And as you're sitting at the table, Ali comes down and goes, well, booze is back on. You guys, anyone want a drink?
No, it takes a mil.
Irina shakes her head.
Sure.
Do you have any tea?
We always
Any
have tea.
what?
She goes over, gets everyone there. Leaves her in water, tea, anything for you? Looking to the druid.
Water.
Okay. Comes back, puts down your glasses. So what do you guys, I mean, as you guys are all kind of sharing information, what do you guys know so far?
Researchers are missing, and the area is... That's
Students are missing from Lyra's Plain, I think is how you say it. And the plain is a marshlands. The marshlands are very dangerous. The city itself and the Trinity... Well, the city is called the City of the Wise. and the Trinity is a university or a college for the arcane gifted with multiple skills for learning.
So, as you sit there and you begin to share your information, things are put down. Your glasses are put down, and is there any other questions you have to ask before you head out on your adventure?
How will we be getting back?
Who are you going to ask in general? These are the questions I'm asking. You asking Allie or?
Yes, Sally.
They have a teleportation circle, so I would assume you'd be coming through there.
Perfect. Thank
Kyle's
you.
also going to add that on the bounty it said that a night's lodging will be provided.
She nods. Yep, they offered that out. We didn't even have to bargain for that one.
All right.
I cannot think of any other questions right now. Everybody have provisions?
I got plenty of rations and I have my water skin on my back.
Okay.
I can produce good berries.
So, as you guys kind of share your information, get to know each other a little bit, while you have your drinks, eventually the time comes to leave as you all stand up, exiting out of the guild hall and making your way towards the teleportation circle. Gavin is there as you produce the bounty where you're going. He announced to all of you, and he goes, "You guys all set then? Ready for now?"
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so he extends his arms as the bright blue arcane energy seeps from his fingertips, lighting up the seagulls on the ground as it surrounds you, and immediately you feel, as you were inside a building before, you kind of feel the breeze as your vision's coming back to you, and you are standing on an outside teleportation circle. You kind of see some planes, and you look up as directly in front of you there's a massive staircase. It looks like out of white stone, potentially a marble, but you just are looking at this massive staircase that leads up.
Well,
Are there any other exits?
You're outside, so technically you could turn
Oh,
around and see.
that's the entrance. Okay. You, Kyle.
What?
So,
Kyle.
Yeah.
After you.
Kyle starts walking up the steps.
okay.
He turns around and he tells them, "We're looking for a Bien stall," I believe is how you say it. She is the mistress of the Trinity.
Good to know.
So you guys begin to climb. You're climbing for almost about 10 minutes up this large, kind of grand staircase. Before you kind of come to crest, and you look across as there's this very long bridge. Already, without even rolling Arcana, everything here is warded.
Oh, fuck.
It doesn't seem to be just like, this is what I'm giving you. It doesn't seem to be like if you step on things, they're going to go off. It's more of a defensive measure. Like if they were under assault, all these glyphs would start to activate.
So it's okay to touch them.
It's okay to walk, yes.
Alright.
Kind
Oh,
of see the large, massive city built, almost completely, with this being the only entrance in or out, from what you can catch with your eyes.
Very pretty.
I'm gonna relay the message about the awards and stuff. Just in case, so
Of
everybody knows.
course, it's your
Good to know.
She's just gonna like point them out and be like, "Look, there's that and that and that," and she's gonna clap happily and kind of just walk across the bridge.
Yeah, there's more glyphs on this bridge than you've probably seen in manors, like great manors, being with your your family history before. This is very heavily worded. That it's not active at this point.
Would she explain exactly what the wards do? Because Kyle doesn't know very much magic stuff.
Most she can tell you without rolling is they're all defensive and based. If like the city was under attack, they would all start lighting up. We're already at 9 retweets. One more and you'll have advantage. So as you begin to walk across this large bridge, you can see there's a few guards standing on the other side, kind of dressed in this, almost like these golden breastplates, kind of etchings into them that you can't see from this distance, but you can kind of tell there's some sort of symbol on them from your distance. Each of them standing with what looks to be like a polearm of some sort, probably a halberd, what you would assume. A shield on one hand, and almost standing at complete attention.
Are they wearing helms?
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't see their ears.
Even at this distance, you'd be hard pressed to see their racial makeup.
Kyle's gonna squint. He has aspect of the beast eagle, so you can see up to a mile away and discern fine details more than it's.
So as you squint with that aspect, you can't give me an investigation knowledge. I'll say.
Six.
Even squinting at this distance, with your abilities, you really can't make out the race. Behind the helmets and everything, it's just really hard to kind of tell their racial.
Can he see the symbol?
However, squinting with 1 mile, you see there's more than just the two. They seem to be in line, leading in through this kind of building. They're almost lined the entire sides. There's probably a good 40 of them, 20 on each side, in a straight line, single file.
He's gonna look over his shoulder and tell them that he sees a couple more than we thought at first is what we saw.
And the symbol, give me a religion roll. You can see the symbol, but you may not know what it is. Laws? Religion?
Hold on, it's being slow.
Gotcha, okay. Well, make sure
I'd like to mention that I'm probably already gained like a few feet on them because I'm still walking around pointing out all these wards and stuff.
Yeah, you're probably a little bit ahead. Yeah.
Are you red box, Laws?
There it is. You on a 2, you have no clue, but it's pretty.
Okay.
You do see. I mean, because you can see it. I'll allow you to at least describe to others. It's a blue-white star.
He describes it to the people. The group.
I would say, based on backgrounds, Ravel and Ori could rule a religion. I don't think Irina has encountered this religion yet, based on where she's been. If it was up at high, she'd have like triple advantage. Would you also like to roll, Ori, or no?
Oh, yes.
Both of you immediately recognize this, based on the description, as the symbol of Mystra, the common god of magic, the common pantheon.
Ooh, shiny.
So, it takes you another good 10-ish minutes to kind of get close towards these guards. All of them completely, almost statuesque, standing there on the inside, their inside arm, the shield, the golden shield, and on their outside arm, the halberd. They are staring completely front. The eyes don't even seem to track you as you walk towards them.
We'll give them a nod regardless.
Oh my gosh. If I was Osri, I'd probably be trying to make them move. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was
Talk
asking anyone else. Yeah, it was me. It was the DM. I always talk when there's silence. That's my job. So, anyone else, is it all nods, Arena probably eyes shifting and darting between each one of them. Ori or
As we
Bro.
as we get closer, can we tell like the race and stuff?
Investigation, Ori. You just look at them again as you get closer, almost to them. Even their structure doesn't kind of, normally you can tell elven heritage from, human, and then obviously the other races are much easier to tell apart based on the differences, but you can't even tell whether elven, human, or half-elven. It's almost to the point where you're looking at it, right, and then you can go, bravo. They almost don't fit any one of them.
All right.
Bravo.
Are they actually statues for now?
You can go ahead and give me a nature check.
15.
You get up now. At this point, you're basically upon them. You kind of step, well, at least giving enough distance there that completely unmoving, not even a sign of breath. They seem to. They're statues, but they're in real armor. Would you like to do anything
Almost
further?
good guards that will come to life magically.
Could be a theory. If you'd like to
That
roll
is
an
my
Arcana.
theory.
Or bring it to your party and let your party use their arcanas as well.
Most definitely bring it.
Then we're all gonna roll Arcana.
Anyone who's interested?
I'll try it.
That's that.
Yeah. They are magically imbued. They're part of the wards. They are all, they're basically in statue mode. However, if the city was in trouble, this is the force that would hold the front. An unending, basically, Golem army.
Very nice.
Very nice.
You can kind of hear at this point, based on passives and everything, the goings on of a city, on the other side of this. There's these two large kind of carved marble doors, and next to it there is a small kind of desk and a single little golden bell sitting on that desk.
If nobody's gonna stop me, I'm gonna ring it repeatedly.
Well, Carl's just gonna
Just
go up there and ring it once.
So Carl walks up, rings the bell. Nothing immediately happens. Ori is about to go try and ring it as many times as she can. Is anyone going to intercede?
Carl will stop her.
Just once is all we need.
There's a
No
small
matter how much
kind
fun.
of, magical shimmer as you see a seat appear. Then on top of the seat, you see a gnome. Welcome to the City of the Wise. Do you have an appointment? Are you here as students? Papers.
Carl pulls out the bounty. We're from the Burning Phoenix Guild, and we're here to answer this bounty.
Yes. Living through it. Your names, please.
I'm Kaholican.
Writes it down and does a little flick of the fingers, and a little name tag appears on your thing. And you?
I don't worry.
Last name.
Wilted Oak.
Starts to write. Are you related to that Celestia?
No.
Insights can be deception. Looks at you and goes, yes, you are. Flicks the wrist. Lovely voice. And looks to the next one. Your name, please.
Bravo Porli.
Yes. Tiefling names, always odd. Writes it. again, Flix, his little name tag pops up. And you, my dear. The shy one in the back.
Irina Alassiel.
And flicks the wrist, and again, on your clothes, a small name tag appears. Very well then. Welcome to the City of the Wise. And as he kind of extends his hand outwards towards the doors, you just see the doors shimmer and disappear. Inside, you see people just, a large group of people just going about their daily lives. It is in the evening is when you left, so, there are basically, what you see is like old lampposts. However, there's no flickering fire. It seems like someone goes around and casts light on them.
So it's just like glowing lampposts, basically. Yep.
How would we find our way to Stell?
Who?
Mistress of the Trinity.
Oh,
Ian's
so
Sorry.
that's the main road. He kind of points right to it. It's a large kind of main street, right? He goes, you will go to the end of that. You'll see a large kind of building. The big place you saw on top of the city. You'll follow that staircase up. That leads to the college, and you'll go from there. They will kind of be able to point you in the right direction.
Thank you.
Nods and watch you go on your way. As you all enter in, as the last of you comes behind, passes through the door, you guys see it shimmer back into existence. Behind you.
Nice.
And you see almost an exact same setup with a counter and a bell.
No, don't do it. Let's continue, please, Kahal.
Kahal looks at Ori and just says no. And keeps on walking.
As you start walking down the street, there's very beautiful kind of like this white stone walkways, the buildings all made out of stone and seemingly crafted to almost perfection. Irina, you notice that there are every so often patches of small bits of encompassed nature with a few trees, some bushes. There's probably, you see, a rabbit here kind of jumping around and stuff like that as people go about their day-to-day lives. Getting an odd look is you are all of you are kind of dressed much differently than the local populace. You guys are in armors or carrying weapons. Most people here look very scholar-esque.
Yeah, Kahal has a great icon on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget his fine red shirt, though.
Irina's wearing a robe with her typical rags underneath.
So, you get, as you guys are, making your way through, there's definitely a few, who's that has a high passive perception? I'm talking about over 20.
Irina, she's 24.
And you notice a couple of these scholastic women kind of pointing to the barbarian and whispering amongst themselves. This Kalal is probably the most ripped person in this city at this point.
I see. I get it. Irina will just
Probably.
Look at them and simply raise an eyebrow.
So as you walk through, there's a number of different kind of shops, bookshops upon bookshops upon bookshops. As you're
I want to live here.
And many wizards. As you're looking around, there's all schools of. You're seeing all different types of schools. As you start to turn towards, following the thing, you see a large building on your right. Built up, it's got almost a retaining wall. And behind it, Ori, before anyone else notices, like her past perception, you're just kind of like passive ability to sense the arcane. You show your passive arcana. You kind of tilt your head in that direction, And you see like a few explosions. Looks like a fireball cast once or twice. And almost just consistent pulses of arcane energy, as it almost as if there is some sort of training going on the other side. There's a large kind of metal gate that has bars, so there is ability to kind of see in there if you guys are curious.
Hold on. She's gonna tilt her head at the fireball explosion.
Yeah.
And go. I wonder if the reason why they asked me if I was related to Celestia is because my sister's here.
What? What do you mean?
She likes fireballs a lot.
Okay.
Just a
Do you
quick.
point out what's going on?
You all can see it now. Once the she sensed the spell just
Okay.
before, like Irina's passive would go up, because the pulling of the weave would tip her off to look in that direction. Just before she could hear the small, just the initial impact of the fireball before it explodes, and when it explodes, it would trigger the rest of your passives.
Irina will just quietly comment, I don't like fire.
I'm curious, though. So I do want to go over to the gates and look in for a little bit.
So as you guys make your way over towards, the gates, again, you're looking at this, as you look at the gates, Bravo, as you're the first person up there, you'd be the first person to speak. There's no handles, there's no, the gate doesn't raise or lower. It seems like most of the large structures, almost have to be magically opened. But you can see through the bars, and you see kind of this line of wizards sitting there, as they are basically, there's two lines, and they are almost throwing spells at each other. Some are working on counter spelling, others you're seeing are hit, and they're almost triggering this instinctive ward. These are the first time you guys have encountered the new war mages from Zenithars. This is a school of war mage. There's a war magic school.
Cahal looks up.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Irina just blinks.
Impressive. Kahal? Would you like to?
Cahal looks to the others, and he's just like, he's mainly looking to Ori and Brobo. He's saying, you know that arena up in the really cool place in Yakima, I think it was?
That place that I'm not allowed because I'm an elf.
Yeah, that place. This kind of looks like that, but for wizards. A wizard arena.
That would make a lot of sense.
So,
Mm-hmm.
would anything happen if she walks up and touches the door or the gate? I mean, I was planning on it anyway.
Okay, so you walk up and touch the gate,
Yes.
as there's a small shimmer, and a man in kind of these different robes than you've ever seen appears before you. Can I help all of you?
I just want to look inside closer.
Looks you. You're looking for the song, the School of Blade singing. He points down into the street. 15 minutes, you'll see a beautiful fountain. Take a left. It's at the very end of there.
She's gonna turn around and look at Cahal and can we go, please?
Ori, we have a job to do.
But
We have a job to do.
all right.
You can
There's
visit
nothing
some other
preventing you from coming back when we're done.
day. Yeah, exactly. You can visit another day.
Very well. I need to get back to teaching the students of war magic.
Thank you for your help.
He smiles.
Yeah,
Anytime.
thank you.
Enjoy your city. And he kind of vanishes. So, you continue down the path, watching these new wizards, and for probably a few more minutes, because most of you are intrigued. School of Magic you've never encountered before.
Cahal is definitely.
as you follow this main drag as it continues to kind of curve on this turn, Irina, you see this small sort of, and when I mean small, it's the biggest point of nature you've seen in this city. It's this lush kind of open garden, and there's water that runs down, and you instinctively stop because there's something that's different here.
She'll walk to the place.
Give me a nature check. What'd you get? I'm scrolling through this. What'd you get for your nature?
15.
It's off. You can't quite put your finger on it. As you look, and you realize that we hit 10 retweets, and then all of you have advantage.
Thank you. Retweets.
Thank you.
You walk up here, and it's odd. And then you see, from almost this kind of fog at the distance of your view, a druid walk out. He walks up towards you. Not so many of yours. He's big smile, blonde, like kind of long blonde hair, seemingly a wood elf.
Cole nods to him.
Hi.
And he smiles. There's no need to be afraid, dear.
What? This feels new. Like, I don't understand.
He looks to all of you. Shall I show her?
Please.
And he motions all of you. You gotta come into this lush part. The water falling as he kind of leads you towards, basically walking into the fog.
Follow Rena.
Arena, as you enter this fog, you feel a small surge of natural energy kind of creep up your skin almost. It doesn't feel weird. It's almost empowering. As you step foot inside the kitten being home and slamming on the door to say, I want to come in. As you step inside a druid grove.
Irina's eyes widen.
All of you, it's beautiful, it's pure nature. There's small little fireflies that are lighting the inside of it. There's a small gentle breeze that kind of comes through. Irina, at this point, you may add all of the Xanathar's druid spells to your list. And if you can cast them, you can now.
Cool.
This spell, Druid Grove, is a 6th level spell. I do not know if you have them yet.
I don't know. I gotta see.
He kind of shows you around and begins to explain that over the last year he's consistently cast. You don't have him yet. Over the past year he's consistently cast this spell in this location as it builds towards this, and made it permanent.
Oh, that's... That's cool. That's amazing. I never knew this could be a thing.
Even with enough time, even we can learn more about nature. He smiles, nods his head.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
He kind of leads you back towards it and smiles and wishes you well upon your journeys.
Thank you for showing us that. That was amazing.
He nods and smiles. Anytime. Be safe now, and he kind of fades back into the fog. You eventually find your way to the next set of stairs that you were directed towards, that kind of lead up towards the Trinity. There's a large kind of sign, and over the arch, like an archway that leads to the bottom of the stairs, that says the Trinity College. You recognize that there are many more of these golem guards, non-activated, along the stairs towards this upper part. As you begin to ascend again, you kind of look and you have a very good viewpoint of the city. Seemingly, you can kind of see different colleges scattered about this main floor, housing all sorts of different things from up here. You even notice that there are a few temples. You can't identify them from here, but there are a few temples in a small district, which would pique your interest, Bravo.
Yes, but you already said I couldn't see them from here.
You can't identify which temples, yes, but you can definitely see the difference in architecture, allowing you to know there are temples in the city.
Can Cahal, with his aspect of the beast, see any Odev High temples?
The problem with it is you're only seeing like the peaks, kind of like the steeples. That's why you can't identify. Otherwise, I would let either of you, because you'd have nothing in your vision blocking it. Could be something you look about upon your free time. So, you eventually come up to this large kind of courtyard that has, trees and planters of flowers that lead. There is a large kind of central fountain in this courtyard, as you basically get this large kind of horseshoe-shaped building with massive windows, multiple stories, and again, at the end of the courtyard, there's a staircase that kind of leads up to double doors. There are people moving about as well. It's not like it's an empty courtyard.
In and
Cahal
out.
looks around.
Yeah, they're moving about. And a couple other entrances that look like smaller entrances, but looking for the main entrance would be at the end of the courtyard.
Cahal looks around, looks to the group. Well, he motions to the staircase.
Makes sense to me.
All right, and he starts walking to the staircase.
Hello.
Okay. So as you guys all make your way over there, again, there's just a door. There's no handles. Just a simple double door, beautifully carved.
Cahal looks around for any other counters and bells,
There's none.
hoping to spot them before Ori.
There is none. Just the doors.
He looks at him. He looks to Ori, then Broval, and Irena. And he looks back to the door.
Aaron will go up to the door and gently knock.
As soon as your knuckles touch the door, they open. The door's open for you.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
It's just a door.
See inside. You can look right inside, and there's a number of people walking about. A large kind of counter that has 3 gnomes sitting behind it. One that you recognize, and they begin to. People are coming up to them, dropping up scrolls. They are putting them in like almost these tubes, as you just see like the air take them and send them other places. And the gnome from before waves. Ah, come on, you found it.
Koa walks on over to him.
Ah, yes, sir. You're looking for Beyond Stali, correct?
Yes, but I forgot what's your name. You've been so helpful.
Ah, my name. My name. Well, I should get my title and my name. What should I give you? What should I do? And he seems to be like having a debate about himself. Would you like the title and name or just the name? I mean, probably for me too.
How about the name you're most referred by?
Hey, you there. I mean, at least by your kind. Most people just refer to me as Hey, you there.
Your official name?
My official name, and he kind of puffs up his chest and fixes his robes and kind of fixes his hair a little bit. My name is Orphix, the first of the scribes.
Pleasure to meet you.
I will type it out for you, don't you worry. I know you, Craig.
I learned from the best. Orphix or Orzif?
Orphix, first of the scribes.
I think you got the X and the F mixed up.
Shh.
Okay, confuse me.
It might be that I said it wrong, but the spelling was right, so it's not Orphix.
It's possible.
Nope, that's it.
That's why I wanted to know. Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you for knowing me by my official title. So much more chipper. So, you were here for the bounty, not here for any of the other events, correct?
Yep.
Shakes head.
He pulls out this large book and drops it down. Today's events. He starts flipping through. And he continues to flip through hundreds of pages, and there's lists and names. And, room 376 is where you'll be going.
Where's that?
Between room 375 and 377.
Directions, please.
He points to the stairs. Third floor. And he thinks for a second, take a right. On your left-hand side.
Thank you again, Orphix.
Anytime. He kind of nudges in him. They didn't call me, hey, you there? The other gnome just kind of like grumbles a little bit.
Koa chuckles and it begins to walk over to the stairs.
So, you guys begin to ascend these stairs. You go past, you obviously run the first floor. You use the second floor, just large, beautiful buildings, the light kind of coming in. Pretty much moonlight at this point. As you get to you get to the third floor, you see, there are names on plaques and the room names and there's numbers. Eventually you come upon this door that has 376 on it.
Koa pokes it.
This one does have a handle, by the way.
He sees the handle and he face palms to himself and then opens it.
Yeah, you gotta open it up to this large room that is...
Not gonna not knock?
He did it. He opens the door. The room, as you all look in it, I'll say... Arena, give me an investigation, or you give me a Arcana. Yeah, you got no clue, Arena. Ori, this room is definitely bigger than it should be. By like 10 times the size.
I'm still gonna knock on the door now, even
It's
though
already
it's already
open.
open.
So you're in. You realize this is a demiplane.
Oh, fun! I'm gonna, relay that back.
Why do you knock at the door after you open it? Order of operations! You hear it from outside, like just out of here. There's stacks of books everywhere and scrolls everywhere.
So sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. You were bound to be here.
I didn't think about it. I kind of didn't see the handle at
Your
first.
kind doesn't think that's what makes you strong.
Or he's gonna be like, he does things sometimes.
Sometimes.
Come on in,
Like
come
next
on
to
in.
me,
We're leading my
Phil walks
demiplane
in.
into the real world.
he looks
Walk in.
over his shoulder at Ori. Like next to me, throw a book at me, see what happens.
There'll be no throwing of my books. You hear?
I don't know.
None of us are going to touch anything without permission.
You see, I like this. He doesn't condone throwing books.
So as you walk in, this high elf head kind of pops out and looks at all of you. Ah, so we're all here. Points to the door. The door shuts. Very well. Welcome to my office. It's a mess.
Thank you for having us.
I assume you were here for the bounty.
Yep.
Ah, excellent, excellent. Is there questions you have, or
Do you know, do you know any of the creatures in the marshlands exactly?
I know one's name's Bob, the other one's name's Tom.
What kind of
frogs.
creatures are they?
Frogs, yes.
Do
Are
they
they-
do anything that we should know about?
They jump and eat insects. Smiles.
Okay. Do they do anything other than what normal frogs do?
Oh, they used to.
Used to.
Well, yes,
Well,
they were.
what kind of frogs are they?
Well, they were really bad students. I punished them. They polymorphed for. I probably should have unpolymorphed them.
Oh,
Oh, there goes 2 ninth level spells. Yes. She smiles. Man, you guys take everything so seriously, adventurers. She laughs. They're just pet frogs.
Oh,
can I see them?
Sure. She points to this large, like, kind of like aquarium-esque thing on the other side of the demiplane. The 2 frogs jumping around.
Arena will go to it.
Yeah, they're hopping around eating flies.
I'm investigating the spines of the books for anything that,
There are
spell
languages you can't even read.
awesome.
what were the? Sorry. What was?
Breaking up a little bit, I can't hear you, Kirk. Try it one more time.
What were the explorers researching?
Ruins.
To find the ruins, or to explore them?
Oh, initially we had found them, and then the students thought that, we're 400 years old now, therefore we're fine on our own. And they went out and have not come back.
How many?
5.
5, okay.
Hi, Bob. How you doing? Oh, you're so cute.
You see, as you get towards the glass, you can actually stick your hand through without hurting yourself.
Aaron will look back and be like,
Could I hold or pet him?
Of course.
Aaron is gonna pet and hold one of the frogs. No.
Hops right into your hand.
Oh,
May I
you're so adorable.
You know exactly what I'm going to ask.
I'm already getting it prepped for you.
Descriptions, please.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Hey, listen, the druid's doing druidy things.
It's only a Irina thing to do.
She
Exactly.
loves all the animals.
One second. They're all elves, of course.
Of course.
And she kind of looks through. She goes, "Oh, you're gonna ask me their names and their races, aren't you?" Looks to Bravo. I've heard about your kind. I like them. They ask questions. And she smiles.
Laugh.
She, as all of a sudden a scroll just kind of appears above you and drops into your hands. There's everything you need to know.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
A wolf elf?
Sugar wood. A wolf elf, yes. It's a terrible, terrible plague, lycanthropy.
What else?
Wolf elves, yes. Terrible plagues. They have
I've
lycanthropy.
never heard of wolf elves.
Lycanthropy. You've never heard
No.
of lycans? Werewolves? No?
What?
Yes.
I know, but
She summons a visage of a werewolf. Yes. Werewolves. Excuse my penmanship, I write a lot today, okay? She chuckles. So, what else would you require?
A map to get us there?
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Oh, maps. She pointed most of the druid. She's a living map. She's a druid. Do you not trust her?
well,
Can you at least give us directions to this thing?
Above you, another scroll pops and lands at your hand. It's a map.
Thank you.
Just because I'm unorganized doesn't mean I don't know where things are.
A perfect setup.
She looks
don't-
over to Brabble and kind of tries to whisper, "I just can summon my things in my demi-plane. It works very well."
He winks.
What else do you require?
When do you need us to start?
Last Thursday?
So ASAP, basically. Bro.
No, but you have a night on the city. It's very dangerous to travel the plains at night.
The bounty did say lodging would be provided.
Of course.
So he looks to the group. I guess
Where
I guess
would
we'll just
lodging
wait till the
be?
morning.
Yes. How many of us can see in the dark?
Erin raises her hand
Everyone but me.
Okay.
as she continues to pet the frog.
Excellent.
The frog's on its
Yes.
back now, letting you rub its belly.
Well, Ori's gonna raise her hand, and since you guys are going to lodge for the night, you know where I'll be.
Are you gonna go to that blade singing place?
No.
Library?
Insight. $18 insight.
Yeah, she is.
Just don't be out too long. Will you know how to find us?
I was gonna follow you back to the lodging and then go find it myself.
Very good. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody who can tell you where it is on the street.
She just kind of like pats Cahal on the back and says, "I'm in heaven. I want to explore."
How will we find our way to the lodging?
Ah! She starts to cast a spell, make sure it has its uses. looks, reads the spell. Nope, that doesn't work. She summons a. She goes, very well. How do you like your heritage? Looking to Bravo.
I'm a little confused on that.
Your heritage, dear.
Right. How do I like it?
Yes. Do you interact well with, you know, them? She does the, air quotes.
If I'm okay.
Ah, okay, so I'll summon a demon then to bring you there. She starts rubbing her hands together. I haven't been able to try the spell out in quite a while. She kind of motions and starts getting things and gets a brazier and starts throwing stuff in it. So, any specific demon you'd like?
If it has to be a demon, something small, please.
So, no Ballers then.
Well, what's a Baller?
Oh, lovely, lovely talkers. Great torturers, too.
Well, what?
Or he's gonna stop her right there.
Are you actually
Irina.
going to stab her?
Yes.
So, alright, make me attack.
Hell. So just
Yeah. You stab through the visage and you just hear laughing. Oh, I had you there so well. And she appears behind you.
Carl looks to Ori.
Illusion.
Ori.
She's laughing. She's not doesn't take it seriously.
Carl looks to Ori. Really?
demons.
You.
Do you think they do?
She puts her hand on Ori's shoulder and looks. She goes, you know, that's like his heritage, right? Pointing to Bravo, taps you, and says, "No, I'll just summon you a familiar." And goes over to the thing, and a familiar appears, and the little owl kind of lands on your shoulder, Bravo. He will be with you. In case you are in trouble and need assistance.
Oh, cute.
Thank you.
His name is Sir Frederick.
What exactly is the familiar? Like what?
It's an owl.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Sir Frederick will be making sure that you complete the task.
Of getting to the...
Oh, this entire task. He's your guardian.
Oh,
I have a
very
quick
good.
question.
It looks towards you.
Are the ruins shown on the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Carl looks to her and just randomly says, "Are there eagles around here?"
Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, the eagles are coming. Just because the one wizard said it, everyone wants to know eagles. And she looks. Yes, there are eagles. Giant ones.
Giant eagles. Okay.
Irina's eyes sparkle a little.
Do you require giant eagles to fly you? To some
No, I
volcano
was
to
just-
destroy some ring?
I was just curious if there are
Oh, you don't
eagles
have a
around.
halfling here anyways. Yes, plenty of eagles.
Okay.
Smiles. Very well.
Well,
Are you all ready to go to your lodging?
I am.
I am.
Gather close around the owl now, children.
Irina puts the froggy back in
It looks
the
so sad.
aquarium.
I'm sorry.
Pats the frog and then goes, "Stop! No, we're not doing that.
All of a sudden, werewolves appear
No."
and murder the. No, I'm just kidding. Very well then. You, and one more step closer, or one, right in there.
Oh, okay.
And arcane light builds around you, as it appears that the owl casts teleport on all of you.
Very nice.
And you are standing out in front of a tavern.
Even better. I don't have my dice with me.
Oh, new people. Great.
There are lots of people around here.
Aaron, how tall is Kahal?
He is 6'3".
6'3", so he's just. I think he's just barely taller than her. But Aaron kind of shifts behind him. And
How tall is Ori?
I am 5'5".
You're the smallest.
I'm also a wood elf.
That'll help.
So, as you look up, there's a beautiful sign hanging over it. The Relieved Scholar Inn.
Carl looks to the others and he's like, I don't know if I've had dinner yet, and then he just goes in.
Ori's gonna
Following.
pull a little notebook out of her components pouch that's on like in a pocket on her components pouch, write down the name, and then go find the blade singing place.
Arena's stomach growls and she just gets a little embarrassed. Yeah, maybe I should eat something.
Don't you want to know where our lodgings actually are and let them know that you're part of our group? He says before Ori.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah, right. Carl mumbles as he enters.
Sigh. And then
Well,
sigh.
she's just gonna stop her feet and turn around then and go inside.
So as you walk in, again, big building, lots of people having discussions, food. The smells of food just it makes all of your stomachs grumble more because you haven't eaten, and you see this very elegant bar that has two things behind the counter. One, a fine selection of booze, of course, and on the other part, a fine selection of books.
What about a person?
There is an odd-looking elf that none of you have ever seen this kind of elf before. A female.
He approaches the bar. Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Looks at name tags. Seems to almost close the eyes for 1 second. Free lodging by the Trinity.
Yes, ma'am.
Handy these name tags, aren't they? For outsiders. So keys, and lays down 4 keys in front of you. Almost just kind of like the hand just over the bar and 4 keys appear.
Oh,
Only the
calmly grabs one
finest.
of the keys.
There is one instruction with them, of course. Before placing your key in your door, you need to envision where you'd like to stay.
I
Oh.
like it.
I really like this.
Envision?
Yes, think of it in your mind. Because druids, always happy to see your kind. Ori, as the elf who has interacted with more of elven species than someone like Urena, give me an investigation. You've heard
17.
stories about these elves. She's
Out
my
of
name is
focus.
Facina. You probably aren't aware. I'm an Eladrin.
Oh.
Eladrin?
We're Feyborn elves, dear. We never really migrated to the material plane when everyone else did.
I read about them in a book once.
Faye? Faye?
Yes. Have you never been to the Fae?
She now remembers back in Urt Atoll. She's like,
Yes, I had a small glimpse of the Fae. It wasn't too that very pleasant. The pixies are nice.
Pixies are lovely creatures. You just gotta worry about some of the worst parts of the Fae, but overall it's beautiful, lush nature, and it's kind of like a druid's wonderland. She smiles.
Maybe I will.
Should really
Maybe
vacation
visit
there
the
someday.
nicer side.
It's beautiful.
If I get the chance, then maybe I will.
Ah, may I see your key? I can help you. See the Fae without the danger. She smiles.
Can I do that by chance?
Sure. And she has 6 out of hand.
Aaron gulps a little.
You give her your keys.
Sure.
And she kind of she closes her eyes. You see a little bit of the keys kind of light up a little bit, like the white light turns green, and she hands them back to you. There you go.
If it's anything like Grover, then may I as well, please?
Oh, of course. Takes it and kind of again that same light turning then green. And holds it to you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Food.
I could hear your stomachs as soon as you entered. Any specific requests?
Venison?
Of course. The other two.
Just regular beefsteak.
Regular beefsteak, of course. And you, Druid?
Just soup will be okay. Bread.
This isn't a prison, dear.
Her face gets a little pink with embarrassment.
Have anything your heart desires.
I don't really eat much.
She'll shift and she'll think,
I don't know.
The house special then. She smiles.
Okay.
And motions you to all to go sit at a table. Ori, are you already leaving?
No, I was gonna eat now that I've thought about.
That you should eat.
Yeah.
Carl's
When's
gonna
your-
request. Carl's gonna request a wine. Just literally say surprise me with a wine.
Of course.
So Ori's gonna whisper in the in her ear and ask for a mammoth stick.
Okay. So as you all sit down, this kind of arcane light builds up in front of each of you, and your food of choice appears. You know, the mammoth steak in front of Ori, the regular steak with sides in front of Kyle. What did you have again, Brober? Greg?
The venison.
Beautiful piece of venison, sides, and in front of you, Irina, there's like this beautiful salad with like a side of meat and this potato, and there's a little note on the meat.
she'll read it.
It says, "Don't worry, no animals were hurt in the production of your meat." It's like scallops and bacon.
She'll just smile.
So you all dig in, and then in front of you, the wine appears. It's you look at the label, and it looks like a fancy wine. And everyone's kind of drinks appear after them as you all shout out.
Let's have some fun.
Irina doesn't drink.
There is like the purest water you've ever tasted in your life. Crystalline water.
Yay! Okay. I approve.
So as soon as you say, let's have some fun, in front of you, a bard just walks up and begins to play your meal.
Wow, thank you. I really like this place.
As you look around, as the bard kind of comes to your table, begins to play. Everyone here is very wealthy. Like, you are arguably the poorest people in this establishment.
Especially Irina.
You realize you're probably staying in like an ambassador tavern. People from all across the continent, potentially the world, are here. I'm going to give each of you a chance to kind of give me a perception check, one by one. And kind of what spectrum of a conversation you're trying to listen for. So, Carl, what conversation would interest Carl? Like, about what?
About, like, stuff that, so, like, if they fought something, or, stuff like that. Creatures.
You overhear these two ambassadors. Though they don't look like they personally fought anything. But you hear them kind of conversing about some mythical creature. And where this thing rests. Your words, you start to listen as they describe this thing. You're like, this thing sounds amazing. And just as they're about to say the name, another conversation gets into your ear and you can't hear what it is. On a 6, sorry.
He looks a little disappointed as he can't hear the name. And then he mumbles something about, I wonder if they have sweet tea here.
Sweet tea actually appears in front of you.
Ooh. Or he takes a sip.
So we'll go to Craig next. Bravo.
Let's see. I suppose the only thing he would do for is listening for people talking about different games.
You hear a few individuals that seem to be betting. They're talking about the game and this brand new game coming and how great fortune and great fun is being had, and it's not well known yet. And then you lose it into the backdrop of the rest of the people. Take us to Irina.
Dad.
What are you listening for?
She'll probably listen to like about maybe like the nature side, like who all is like.
Gotcha. As you kind of listen, your ears perk up as you hear speaking about a great druid enclave and how it was lost, but they believe it's going to. They believe that they're reforming somewhere, and you hear the word Emerald Enclave, and they say, "Well, yes, they're all forming around," and you lose it into the backdrop.
Emerald Enclave. She'll look to see who they were. Like she'll try to.
Look around, and you don't realize where it's from.
I don't. Huh.
So, Ori, what are you listening for?
I'm just kind of listening for like. Probably just like random like adventure story.
Uh-huh. Give me perception. You hear a voice start talking about their tales and their adventures, and their great tales, and unbelievable adventures, and titans, and all kind of stories that seem like you're like, that they're bullshit, right? They're bullshit because these are grand stories, and then you start honing in on it, and you look across the bar because you passing the check. You see a face you haven't seen in a long time. Your sister, sitting there with a couple. And she looks over. She goes, "Ori!"
Gonna hide my face,
She gets up and just starts walking right towards you.
and this is when I leave.
She says, "Ori, come back!" And she walks over to the table, sits down. "Hi, I'm Celestia. Nice to meet you."
Spell it, please. Hi, I'm
Go ahead and spell it,
Raul.
Storm.
Do it.
Spell Celestia's name for us. Celestia Wilterdog. Nice to meet you. That's my sister.
Oh, hi.
She shakes each of your hands.
I'm Raul. Good to meet you.
Nice
Hello.
to meet you. Tiefling, huh?
I'm Kahalakin. Nice to meet you.
you. Nice to meet you as well. So you all you have to adventures because, and she's dressed in very fine clothes. And she looks and goes, "You kind of stick out a little bit here. Just saying."
We
Isn't
do?
that good?
"What are these?" And she kind of touches one of your pins. "What are those?"
Good guild pins.
Guild. Oh yes, you guys all travel in guilds now, don't you?
Aaron quietly
Yes.
nods.
She probably told you that I was an adventurer.
Shakes her head.
No, she's.
She's never mentioned
Ori.
she even had a sister.
Yeah, Ori hasn't even really mentioned anything about sisters or siblings.
No, she hasn't. She looks kind of perturbed a little bit. There's 8, right, Storm?
7, including K.
Okay. Well, there's 6 of us, 7 if you want to count that one weird person. But
One weird person.
kind
But,
of, but not. It's still. I've never got to the bottom of that, by the way. And she just smiles.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Before I walk out of the place, I'm gonna yell back, "There's 6 now," and just kind of walk out, storming out.
Well, yes, I know. I'm not the one who killed her. I tried to avenge her. And she yells back.
Kyle looks to
One of our
Celestia.
siblings died irely. Tragic circumstances.
Kyle looks to Celestia. Do you like throwing books too?
No, if I had a guilty pleasure, it'd be Fireball.
Oh, okay.
Arena just shivers and kind of probably scoots slightly away.
Oh, I remember irely. She just looks. She goes, "Okay, listen. I had a time where I was reckless. I don't set forest on fire anymore, and I never traveled to Gortia. Okay, I heard about that place's fires, and those set mine to shame. Okay."
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, tortilla is bad.
Arena just shivers again.
So what are you all doing here? With my sister, obviously.
There's a bounty we're doing for the guild.
Ah, where are you headed?
To some ruins in the marshlands.
Oh, the Lear's Plains. Terrible place. Terrible. Whew. Kind of shivers at the thought.
What do you know about it?
Well, the plains themselves, they look like grassland. Beautiful fields, you even see trees and hills. However, you can be walking along, and next thing you know, you're hundreds of feet under the surface.
Oh, what?
There's like very heavy, almost kind of like grass that floats, and when you step on it, you kind of plummet into the water. Undeath kind of, can travel in there. Many people have died just trying to traverse it.
Aaron's eyes widen slightly.
She looks over. You look like a druid, aren't you? A little bit high in the robes, at least.
She nods.
You'll be fine. You can turn into a fish.
She just nods.
Right, that would be able to help us get there safely.
No, I'm
Hey.
not traversed, but did you find water breathing potions or anything like that?
Aaron slowly raises a hand.
Again, druids, super useful.
Carl looks to Verena. Yes.
I have. I can cast water breathing.
See, fantastic uses, and she's not even a tree.
Aaron just blinks.
We had a druid that was a tree once. Weird story. His name was
So. Okay then.
Bogle.
Yes.
I think I'd be able to swim very well in my armor, would I?
What kind of armor are you wearing? Heavy?
Shane.
Yeah, you'll sink pretty well.
I was not wearing any armor.
I think I'm the only one that is wearing armor.
She goes, well, I do hate to cut my conversation a bit short. I have a sister to track down. And she just gets up and starts running after. She's
Nice
probably
the
heading
blade
to the
singing
blade
place.
singing. Yes, exactly. Thank you. And she runs out, waving.
Have fun.
You too. And she bolts out the door after her sister.
Do you want to have fun later? Never mind.
She gets her back in. We shall. And she runs back.
Aaron just blinks and is like,
What?
So, the rest of you take your time. You guys eat, eventually heading up to your rooms. Each of you, as you stick your keys into different rooms, the doors are very close to each other. You realize that, again, it's almost like a small demiplane-esque. You guys step into the Fae. Trees the size of skyscrapers. Just nature as far as you can see. Almost a grove feeling, It's nice. It's very soothing. It's kind of like almost a bed made out of moss and other things in it. As you kind of like test it, it's so soft.
Aaron will still slightly panic because of her encounter with Fae creatures. She still kind of panics, but she'll calm down.
And Arena, as you've held the key again, are you still worried about Blinky the goat?
Oh, yeah, because
There's
she's
a
that
single
carrying.
goat sitting there that looks just like Blinky.
Arena just blinks and then chokes up a little bit, like.
It just comes over and nuzzles you.
Blinky, I'm so sorry.
She'll just hugs and cry.
So eventually she falls asleep with a snot-covered goat.
Carl's
Yep.
gonna look around for eagles.
There are eagles in each of the trees.
He's gonna nod to them.
They all nod back.
Okay, can he ritual cast his speak with animals?
Yeah.
Okay,
They-
he's
they
gonna
all-
ritual cast and go speak with one of them.
Yeah, they come down. They chat. You gotta get like it's almost like a barbarian. Like each of them is a barbarian eagle, because they're based off your thoughts. So they're just kind of like talking with you, carrying on a conversation, telling
Yeah.
stories. Bravo,
Eventually,
yeah, go ahead.
Eventually, I set my stuff down, lay on the really soft moss bed, and just fall asleep.
What is your little quirk to the Fae? Bravo. Oh, I know yours. I got you. Don't worry. Bravo,
Okay.
as you attempt to, you step in. A bunch of dryads and other ladies come out from the trees. There's a table for games. There's wine, and it's basically a big old party in the Fae. For Bravo.
Perfect. Thank you. Perfect.
So, Ori.
Running.
You make it, as she's keeping up with you. Lockstep. She just, stop running, sister. We both
Finally,
know I can outrun you. Expeditious retreat. She starts caning on you.
You really want to play this game? She's gonna pull a piece of liquid food out of her component's pouch and cast haste.
You're counterspelled.
Oh shit! This is gonna stop.
Wisdom save. You got within range. You are held in place. Hold person. As Leslie just catches up to you, crosses her arms.
What do you want?
You can't speak. You're held. She looks to you and says, we're going to talk and then I'm going to leave you alone. Understood? Flick your eyes if you say yes. That's the only thing you can move. It's like your eyeballs.
Just blink.
She lets the spell go. How are you? It's been over 5 years.
Doing okay.
Listen. You're your own person. You're not me. You're not our asshole father. I just want to make sure you're okay. I was kind of a bitch. 5 years changes a lot, Lori. And so do adventures. Are you still worried? And this is all happening in Elvish, by the way. Are you still worried about your speech? Aren't you? Looking to you.
She just nods and kind of gets a little embarrassed.
She mushes to a bench and sits down.
I mean, yes, she is. I mean, it's weird talking to my own character.
Mm-hmm. You're not talking to her. You're talking to your real character. You're talking to an NPC now. She kind of says, she goes, listen, Ori, I made a lot of mistakes as a venturer. I did. And you know my penchant for fire, and you know what happened to Ireland. I couldn't save her. I couldn't. But she looks to her, she goes, I hope you can at least understand that you still have family out here that cares about you.
She's just gonna kind of tear up at the really thing.
Yeah. It's... She kind of like puts her head in her hands. I wish I could have been there to save her. But there was nothing either of us could do. I just need you, if you're going to adventure, please be safe.
I'll be safe. I mean, I'm with Cahal, and he's a big protector.
It doesn't, you need to just, don't take anything for granted. Even if it seems to be too good, it is. She kind of motions back towards the tavern. It's all magic, it's all, most of it's fake. I could see it in your eyes when you were looking around. You were too... She kind of searches for the word. You were too trusting. What if... She goes, it wasn't. But what if that was a trap? It could have been. She takes off kind of a necklace. And she holds it out to Ori. And Ori immediately recognizes what necklace this is. It had been the necklace that Irelie wore. Keep her with you, okay? Don't make me have to wear two.
She just nods and takes it.
She kind of puts her hand on his shoulder and points down a road. The road that you weren't headed towards. The quickest way is that way. She smiles and kind of leaves Ori to her own.
She's just gonna thumbs up and run off that road.
Mm-hmm. She heads back down. So Ori, as you make your way down, you see the kind of, you can hear before you even see the building, the kind of melodic song that you even sing, kind of resonating with you as you get towards the building.
Does it have like a big gate like the
It's
other
similar,
one?
yep, it has a the metal gate, big kind of walls around it.
Gonna kind of approach the gate and touch it and watch.
As you touch it, you appear on the other side of it.
Exploring time.
Yeah, you see a number of kind of young elves, from 20, 30 years old, practicing outside as they wave to you.
I wave back and introduce myself.
And they come over and they introduce themselves. Their names are, I'll leave it somewhere, because I knew you were coming. It is this page. Where is it? There it is. As Naren and Adzlor. Two very young, for culturally young, fully developed men. And they kind of go through leading you and showing you, around the grounds, and it's everything here is stuff you've done in different ways, but it's more on this larger scale of, training for like large groups of individuals.
So it wouldn't be back like in the woods outside of Pearl's Head?
No, this is grand. This is like an actual school based on teaching people to blade sing.
Two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Asking the other. Do you have anything that you could teach me? And is there any place to like read up on more knowledge of what we can do?
Yeah, they look to you, and in perspective, out of character, they're like just blade singers. They've just started their training, so you would be more advanced than them. But they bring you towards a library. That has different scriptures, and some are editorials, and some are textbooks, and they kind of let you loose.
Oh, I do.
So, the night kind of falls as Ori goes crazy and eventually falls into a trance. Before, the morning begins to come to at least, Ori, as you feel a kind of tap on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You were here all night.
I was studying. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. Knowledge is a blessing to all of us. I just thought you should probably want food in the morning, don't you?
I would enjoy some breakfast.
Come on. Very much older elf. Presence is much kind of grander in terms of just, you kind of sensing his arcane abilities. As he kind of leads you down into this large kind of cafeteria. There's a few hundred blade singers in here. All just, the various ages and skill levels. You kind of get this, you see kind of large table that is set on a different angle than everybody else, and you see he walks up towards there, motions you to join, the rest of the students as you kind of have breakfast and talk a little bit, shop with some of them asking questions about what you've seen, what you've done, you asking the same. You go through before you realize, oh crap, I'm supposed to meet my party.
She'll finish breakfast and run off.
Yeah, they'll laugh, and there's a couple of them that you're talking with wave to you as you run back across the city. You kind of make it into the tavern as the rest of them have come down from their night and are just getting their food.
Charles gonna ask for biscuits and gravy with sweet tea.
It's there, immediately appears in front of you.
He grins. I like this place.
Pancakes.
They immediately appear, big old stack. Plate-sized pancakes.
How special?
How special? It's steak, eggs, home fries, bacon, and sausage.
Blinks and then starts eating.
Or did you also order food? You go for the double up?
Oh no, she's okay.
Okay. The owl comes down, and you see a big old plate, like a porridge, and the owl just sticks its head in and starts eating.
Irina's gonna try and pet the owl.
It allows you to pet it.
She's happy. If you want Irina to be happy, always let her pet the animals.
Oh, don't worry. The owl's going to suffer a terrible fate, so Irina can sob over it. It's put in there for a reason. No, I'm just kidding. So, you all go through your breakfast. What is your next step?
Kyle looks to the group. So, should we go back to the college and talk to them, or should we just go to the ruins, or...
I believe I should talk to someone about switching my chainmail out for something lighter. Go up to, what was her name? Bartender. And ask her if there's somewhere I could go.
So, you walk up to see the, good morning. How was your stay? How was your night?
It was beautiful. Here's the key.
Thank you very much. And she just kind of waves her hand over and disappears.
Where is there a place I could go either purchase or rent a lighter armor than what I have right now, the chain?
Well, what do you look? What do you look? Magical, non-magical?
Non-magical. Unless there is only magical, in
Most of
which case.
Yeah. She kind of thinks for a second. There's there any cart that might have some secondhand armor?
Can you give me directions, please?
Yes, of course. She looks over to the owl and, the ready card for them, please. The owl nods. Porridge all over its flat face.
Nice. Okay. Thank you for your help.
Oh, anytime. You are still customers, of course.
Kyle's gonna ask her, is there anywhere that sells weapons that are better than standard?
Well, how special are you looking?
Not magic, but just better than the standard.
Well, I mean, how much? She kind of walks over to you. How much are you looking to spend here?
I don't have as much as I'd like, but I'll have to see the prices once I get there. I'm looking, see if I can get a better great axe for myself.
They're pretty much magical as your best bet in this town.
And how much do you think it would run me?
Over 1,000 gold, but that's, pocket change, really.
Okay.
Would you like the location?
I'll have a look around, yes, please.
You're looking for the Serene Armory.
And can I get directions to that?
Speaks to the owl again.
Thank you.
Very well then. Anything else?
I didn't take my key, so it's still sitting on the bar.
Yeah. She goes, no, I took care of it when I saw you come in, and you don't have time to sleep, so.
Kahal returns his key as well.
Yeah, just waves the hand over, it disappears.
Same here.
And the same.
I would also.
Go ahead.
I would like to ask if there was somewhere that could like make my the rapier that I already have any better than it is.
Again, you look at the Serene Armory.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
Kahal looks Dory well. Do you want to go there, and Roval can go look for his armor, and he looks to it right now. What do you want to do?
I'm fine with just trailing behind.
Do you want to come with us to the armory then, I guess?
I don't mind.
Okay.
As Josephine yowls at me. No, you're not coming in.
Kahal looks to Roval and the rest of them. Well, are we ready?
Everybody else. Okay.
So, which one would you like to do first?
Go ahead and do the weapons first.
Okay.
Serene armor.
So, you guys head to the Serene Armory. As you walk into this large store, the owl leading you, and then flying back to Bravo. Are you going with them and then you're doing your store after?
I'll go with.
Okay, so you guys all land. The owl kind of lands on outside the store. Large, again, kind of this white marble building, a big forge and kind of smokestack coming out back. As you enter, there's this lovely chime that kind of plays, and you see a dwarf come out from behind, leans down and goes, "Name's Doldar, and oh god, you guys need upgrades. Oh, come on in."
Yeah. Kahal immediately looks around for great axes.
Oh, there's like a wall of them.
He walks over and starts browsing them.
Yeah, there are all sorts of crazy enchanted axes.
I imagine they're way out of his
Some of them are
budget.
Some are like, I'll never have that much money.
What is the absolute cheapest one they have? Is it still probably in the
Over
1,000?
1,000 gold. Yep.
Yeah, he can't get anything.
So, we're magical weapons and armors, and let's see. We can outfit you right here. So he just kind of walks over and looks you a druid. I even have stuff for you, and grabs you by the hand, pulls you over towards this section. He goes, "Look, we have dragonhide armor plus the strongest enchantments." He just hands it to you. He goes, "Oh, you need a better staff. So you need actually a scimitar. Oh, look at that. It's a sharp one." He grabs this massive-looking scimitar, puts it on top. He says, "Oh, you need boots and a cloak." He got boots, puts them on top cloak. He goes, "Oh, come right this way." And just kind of ushers you up and says, "So that'll be 550,000 gold."
I wasn't here. I was just here for my friends.
Well, why didn't you say so? And he goes and puts things back.
Sorry?
The owl lands on your head and kind of pets you.
Wait, the owl pets you?
Yep, he kind of like puts his wing in your head. It's okay, child.
Cool.
Irina pets the owl back.
Cole looks disappointed as he browses over the great X's that he can't get any of them.
So none of you have money.
No.
Aura is going to unhook her stained black rapier from her hip, kind of put it on the counter, and ask him what's the cheapest thing we can put on.
Enchantment? Well, what kind of enchantment are you looking for?
Something that would make me hit things easier.
He grins. And says, you know what, this one on the house. One time use. I'll give you a free sample. How about that? Come back in about an hour.
Cole looks over. Could I try that?
Oh, of course. Takes your great axe.
He pulls the great off back and sets it on the counter. Back in an hour?
Back in an hour.
Alright, thank you.
Should...
Also, out of curiosity, Cole's gonna look around for what is the cheapest thing in the store.
Is like... Actually, the cheapest thing in the store. There is a bargain bin. A second to scroll to it. I actually have it. I've made a bargain bin. For here. There is actually a rapier that you could buy. There is a single key and a cloak.
He looks at the cloak and looks at the man. What does the cloak do?
It's a cloak. It's made to make you look badass. He smiles. 50 gold
Chuckles.
just for you.
50 gold. Alright, sure.
Takes it and gives you it. You put
And
it
the
on.
key?
It opens a lock. 50 gold.
Any specific lock?
There's one out there. It can open any lock.
Sounds like a deal. Yes.
Hand you the key.
So it's literally just a regular cloak.
As you sit there and you focus on the item, it begins to billow dramatically. It is a cloak of billowing.
Got it.
It is a common
just-
wondrous item. While wearing this cloak, you can use your bonus action to make it billow dramatically.
Yes!
Okay.
Come on, isn't
Your
that
key,
out of character? Is that not worth it?
it is known as the mystery key. It
No,
has a
it is.
5% chance of unlocking any lock to which is inserted. Once it unlocks something, the key disappears.
Perfect.
The cloak is worth it. Gosh.
Would you like to? You look in the so there's still a rapier in there.
I guess I'll look at
What's a normal rapier cost? Like 15 gold.
something.
It's cost 65. It's got a crescent moon on it. Like the handle, the handguard is a crescent moon.
Alright. I'll pay for it.
Okay, it's a moon-touched rapier. In darkness, the unsheathed blade sheds moonlight, creating bright light for 15-foot radius and dim light for additional 15.
Ooh.
You can all put these on your magic items.
Help the barbarian see. That's basically what that is.
Yep.
Irina raises her hand again. I have dark vision. I can cast that. Druids are great.
Do you look in there, Irina?
I guess.
The only thing left at the very bottom of this is a candle.
Candle?
Yep. It's got a price tag of 50 gold on it.
Is it okay? Is it a pretty candle?
It's a beautiful candle. It's dark blues, and there's even a symbol
It's-
of
so
a fish
it's-
on it.
So it's really, really pretty.
It's pretty.
It's very, very pretty.
It's
Then she'll
beautiful.
buy it.
Okay. This candle is a magical candle, 30 gold. The candle of the deep. It does not get extinguished and immersed in water.
Oh. She'll still think it's a pretty candle. She'll take it and show it to Grady. Look what I got.
It'll work outside. Right.
Tom looks over as his cloak billows still. It's just like, that's cool.
That's very nice.
So, you all. He takes all your gold. He says, "Don't worry, these enchantments will help you hit." And
All of us leave our
yeah,
weapons
you
then.
kind of wait, and you wait an hour as he finishes his enchantments. He gives them back.
Actually, during that hour, Arian would want to revisit that grove.
Yeah, that's where you guys go and by the water and stuff and hang out and relax before coming back, getting your stuff, and then going to the other side of the city towards the second-hand shop. But you all have an enchantment on your weapon that will when the first time you miss a strike will do something. So remember that.
Okay.
Will only work once. He smiles and hands them to you and thanks you for your patronage.
Gonna put it back on my.
You said the first time we miss?
Correct.
Alright.
Thank him. Are we ready to go to the secondhand armor store?
The rainy cart.
The rainy cart.
Yeah, so the owl starts to fly you, and you guys lead, and you just start descending for the first time in the city, and you kind of come towards an underbelly of the city. Things aren't as nice here. There's a lot less arcane individuals. There's some like farmland and stuff, and livestocks down here. You see that the way that the windows and the glasswork on the outside actually allows the sunlight to come in here and naturally kind of help the indoor kind of farming, so the animals don't wander into the marshlands and die. You guys make your way. None of them are attunement, actually. I looked. I know it does have some fluff items that are attunement, but these are not. So you make your way into, you find this shop, the rainy cart. As you guys walk in, there's barrels of weird things everywhere, and you see kind of this blue tail flickering back and forth. Ah, customers! And you see a female tiefling poke her head out.
Hello.
The name is Hingami, and hello to you. And she smiles.
Oh, smiles and nods to the tiefling.
Hi.
You're nervous. I'm only you're traveling. How are you nervous with tiefling when you're traveling with one? Oh, come on. She smiles.
What? Nervous? Oh.
What can I do for you? Well,
I'm actually going to be going in and need some armor that would not weigh me down. So this is the best place that I could find something not exactly
So are you
magic.
trying to buy, or are you renting? Are you leaving that as collateral?
Leaving this as collateral and
Exactly.
rent it.
She pulls out a large scroll and sits it down. So maybe leather, studded leather.
It's the best I can get and be able to.
Well, not sinking. That's
Swim.
That's the
Right.
problem, Jazz. So she kind of brings this secondhand used. It's got like it basically has the rainy cart like symbol emblazoned into it. She goes, and this is yours. I just signed it so I can with the contract. If you don't return it, I keep your property and sell it.
Okay. I will sign it.
She puts it in and kind of puts it in this box and slides it underneath the counter. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Cole's gonna look to Broval then to the person. Do you think scale mail would be a little bit too heavy?
The gabelle is pretty heavy. It's little metal.
The compendium's still not working.
Scale mail is heavy armor.
Scale mail's medium armor, actually.
It's made out of those little metal flakes. It's metal. If you're trying not to sink it all and have an easy time swimming, you'd be in light armor.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think anything's worth it for him in light armor. I think he'd have a better AC on armor.
Anything else that you require?
Not while my friends are here.
She looks over to and Ori. She says, "Girls, come here.
Huh? She'll come over.
She goes, is there a man in your lives? Looks between both of you.
You mean as friends? Friends?
If that's what you want to call it, dear, or more than friends. Or do you wish there to be one? She pulls out a small
Best-
perfume vial.
Best friends?
Romantic interests, my dear.
Oh.
Do you wish there to be one? With the small vial, this will help.
I don't know. She'll just shake her head.
Looks to Ori.
Turning it down.
Well, very well. Puts it away.
So sorry.
No. I was merely trying to help you. She says that conclude our business then.
She nod.
Very well. The best of luck on your adventures.
I doff my chainmail and don the scale mail.
Yeah.
Or the studded leather.
Yep, so you put on that studded leather. Big old advertisement of the Rainy card on the back of it.
I like.
So, as Robble begins to walk out, the rest of you notice before he does that this armor is smoking as he walks away.
Nice.
Ah.
Out of character, nice.
Bravo.
Yes.
Your armor smoke.
Take a look.
It is. Harmless, odorless smoke rises from this armor when it's worn.
Yeah.
Smoldering armor.
I still want to ask her about it.
Oh, it came like that.
Not a problem then?
I think someone died and it incinerated and I don't know.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay. Not harmful. Thank you. And let's go.
While we're still in town, I need to stop somewhere.
Where do you need to stop?
A component shop.
Okay, so you asked the owl to lead you to a component shop.
Because I need to buy some.
Need to buy some components?
Yes, like a chicken heart, because I crushed mine.
Of course. So, the owl starts to fly you towards a a small kind of back upstairs to a small little shop. I'm getting its name for you right now because someone had to be difficult. Hint, hint, storm, storm.
I'm sorry.
Nudge, nudge. And it is
I mean, I
known
could-
as the Smoking Duck.
Does the door quack when you open?
No, it does not.
Aw.
Inside, you hear a purr. Ah, yes. You see a tabaxi male standing there.
Hi.
Spices, yes. Components, or roast duck. You see a duck roasting.
I just need the heart of a hen, and we'll be on our way.
Ah, okay. He walks over to like a cage in the wall. He opens it up. He grabs a hen. He puts it down on the counter. You have the gold, right?
How much?
Your Raina immediately walks out.
He just stabs the guy thing in the gut, the chest, rips it open, grabs the heart. It's still like squirting. Yes.
I'll pay for.
He takes it. He hands you the heart. It's twitching a little bit.
Can I have something to put this in, please?
Ah, sure. He grabs you like a paper bag and hands it to you.
I'm gonna drop the paper bag.
Starts to squish and drip blood to the bottom. He walks over to the pit and puts he starts plucking the feathers out of the chicken. Ah, oh yes, and he hands you a piece. Can you hang that up as you leave?
Yes.
He's just under the duck.
I'll hang it up.
He begins to pluck the fish as you guys walk out. You can see there's two little hooks on the bottom of the duck, and you put up. And now it says the Smoking Duck, and then hen underneath it.
Your Raina's just like.
What?
Someone else exits after you guys. And it says like the smoking. He just hangs another one up. It says the Smoking Gerbil.
Ooh. Somebody was hungry. I think it's time for us to go.
Toho gently rubs Irina's back. Just like
Another person exits as anyway, as you guys start leaving, and it just says goat.
Erin is trying to hold back the tears.
Ori, you're dripping.
Dripping everywhere, Ori. Go,
I'm gonna transplant this heart into like something else another session.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, you're dripping everywhere.
I would assume I have like a vial or something in my component's pouch. I could put it in.
It's a heart. Bigger than a vial, man.
But it's a chicken.
Yeah, they're still bigger than a small test tube.
All
They're
right.
about half the size of a billiard ball, I believe.
I like to say that as we're walking away, Irina's in the back of the group, just her eyes like staring, like, burning in the back of Ori's head.
I didn't know he was gonna kill it in front of us.
Fresh components, man. So, where are you
I
guys
think we're
headed?
ready to go.
Okay. So, you tell the owl you're ready to leave, and the owl flies you back down. You walk back down towards it, the kind of more of the slummy area, and then it leads you towards kind of this gate, this large kind of, almost like a deck kind of setup, things, and then there's a single line down that leads into this, what looks like plains as far as the eye can see.
this is it then.
Check the map.
You said something about breathing underwater.
Ah, well, is this like the actual plains?
Carl
So-
pulls up. Carl pulls
Yeah,
up the
so-
map and fix it.
There's a "you are
If-
here" blip on the map. And you're right on the edge between the city and the plains.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, she'll then ritual cast.
So
Shut up, Josephine.
She Arena sits down and she begins to shut up, Josephine. Meow, meow, meow. This is actually a Druidic casting. She goes into cat for some odd reason. As all of you begin to feel this nature surge in your bodies, do you think it works? There's only one way to find out for sure.
Dun dun dun.
Is there any water within sight?
Not from where you are, nothing here.
Well, let's test it out as soon as we can. Find some water and breathe it.
Okay.
So, you guys set out into the plains, kind of following this small dirt path until it kind of ends a few hundred feet from the city. As I need one of you to give me a survival check. Who's leading the way?
I guess I will.
Thank God for that map that gives you advantage, huh?
Yeah.
So, he leads you up as you guys begin to traverse these plains. And you travel for pretty much the first day without too much interaction with anything else. You don't see much. You see, various, signs of nature, birds, a few cranes, stuff like that, flying around. But you don't see much else. As the sun starts setting, are you guys going to camp or are you going to
I have a question
push on
first.
into dark?
On the map, about how close to the ruins are we?
It's about 2 or 3 days.
Okay. I don't think we should push through dark. Kahal, it's your call.
Well, he looks at Erin and the other group. I can't see in the dark without some help, so
We could camp. Although,
how long does it last, the dark vision? The spell?
Yeah, 8 hours.
He looks to the others. Do you think it's worth going through?
Would you rather sleep during the day if you're pushing through night? You have to sleep at some point.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, it would save you energy, and we could just sleep right now.
So you guys are gonna start looking as sun setting. You're starting to look for a place to camp.
yeah, like hopefully solid enough ground.
So you start to kind of come up this hill. As you crest this hill, about a day's march, about 20. You guys have walked for about 20 to 25 miles so far into this land, and so far, because you're following the map, you haven't really encountered anywhere that's been any of you have fallen through, and you kind of see at the distance something along these lines. See a massive statue kind of sunken into the ground.
How far, would it be past a mile away?
It's probably a mile and a half away.
Okay.
You could definitely get there before night. You see kind of the stone ledge that's kind of sunken in partially.
He looks to the group. I think if we really went, we could probably get there. That's stone. Nice and solid.
Sure.
But we also have to account for, is there something over there too?
Or he's gonna point out that it's kind of sunken.
She
Yeah.
blinks. Yeah, you're kind of right on that.
Well, do any of y'all see solid ground anywhere else?
Shakes her head. And then she's like, aren't we standing on solid ground right now?
Well,
Only one way to really test it out.
technically, but we don't know
Uh,
if we don't know how magical these lands are. I
Well,
mean, look
there's-
at the city we just came from.
There's one way to test it out.
Which is?
Stab the ground.
Jump up and down.
Okay.
I step away from her.
Yeah.
Wow. She will. Yeah,
Why
I
are
guess.
you going to, if we're going to go to this statue place anyway?
To test. She's a druid. This is nature. She's testing.
Neat.
So
Wait, can
you stabbing the ground
can-
with your scimitar?
she roll a nature
Sure.
Like- for it?
Okay, it seems kind of solid. You're standing on it. There's definitely some soil underneath it. You're just not sure how much.
She's not gonna stab. She's gonna lightly poke away from her. Like she's not gonna poke. Yes,
Okay,
just
so
lightly away from her.
So at you reach your far as far as you can, and
Yes.
as you hit the ground, it starts to spray water up, and you start to slowly sink down. All of you.
Move.
So now I need everyone to make me an athletics check. Because you're running because now the piece of moss that you were on has begun to sink because the water can get above it.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
That's all okay. So Kyle is gone. He's hightailing it towards the thing, and it's weird because like it's now because the water can get through it. Like the ground's not stiff; it's almost kind of like givey as you're running. Same you swim. Probably you realize that the druid just runs past you, and you're starting to sink. There's a lot of water, and you're starting to get like it's starting to come up towards your chest, and you're trying to push.
I hope you're
secondary
still warm.
athletics because you guys look back and you don't see Bravo because he's sunken.
Great.
Remember, you guys do have advantages.
Advantage for trying to spot him?
I mean, you knew exactly this.
trying
So, Bravo, I need an athletics from you. Try and pull yourself out of it. This one is at disadvantage, by the way, because you're kind of getting stuck in all the muck now.
Then I would use my advantage to
Okay.
make it even. Said athletics again.
Yep.
Funny.
You just your arms kind of try to grab on, and you rip part of the moss out, and then you go under.
Oh no.
Can I breathe?
Your initial instinctive thing is to hold your breath.
Right.
So you're gonna potentially let your air go. Just ask.
Yes.
He has faith. The rest of you see is that it kind of the land flattens back out as you get to the stone, and there's just this big old hole with water kind of spurting out. Probably you let go of your air as you can breathe.
Good.
As it is very dark under here, and you're not getting your full dark vision because it's murky.
Right. Can I still tell which way is up and swim that way?
I need a survival check from you, good sir.
10.
What'd you get? 10? It's, you're not quite sure. Which way is up right now?
I do my best guess and head in that direction.
Okay. You begin to swim a bit as you go forward, and you realize that you swam far enough that you should hit the surface, and you were actually swimming laterally.
Would that give me a better chance of telling which way is up?
Yeah, it's so another survival check.
14.
You figure which way is up, and you swim to it, and then it's all dark. You just see like dirt.
Can I basically punch through?
Yeah, give me another athletics.
12.
So the rest of you is, he's down there for 10, 15 minutes now.
Erin is kind of.
You're all worried, and then you see this hand just burst through what looks like solid ground, and the second one, he pulls himself just up to get his body out of the water.
Guys,
Like being on ice, can I crawl?
Yeah, give me another athletics check.
9.
This guy, he's floundering there, guys. He can't get himself out.
Can Call run over and try to help him out?
Yeah.
Or does it
You can
look
try.
like Cahal will, does it look like Cahal will go underwater too, or he can't?
Probably add weight to it.
Arena will cast guidance on Broval.
Which is a touch spell, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Don't we? No, we don't. I can't do that. Dang it.
No, never mind. Never mind.
Where's the familiar? in all
Fudge.
this?
The owl sitting on Uranus' head.
Okay.
Fudge.
I was gonna say, could Irina do guidance to the familiar, but it's not her familiar,
Not
so
her
she didn't do that, could she?
No.
The owl looks to Gal and taps him with one of its talons.
He looks over at the owl.
It turns its head upside down like owls do, looking at your rope.
Oh, yeah. Call face palms, and then he gets the rope out of his pack.
Make me a dexterity check to get it near him.
Is this danger sense wouldn't apply with it?
No. That's only for saves. Okay, once the dog, goes to whip it, and he loses it through his hands backwards. The owl looks at Call, sighs, flies over, grabs it with his talons, brings it back to you.
Irina just kind of face palms.
Looks to you to
And
try it
this is-
again.
This is why I don't use ranged weapons. And then he tries
All
again.
Brabbles trying to get out,
Before-
just sinking.
Before Cahal throws it again, she will quietly walk up and cast guidance on Cahal.
Okay. So, dexterity check.
Another dex, okay.
Roll a d4. Yeah, just right next to you. You grab on his strength enough with everyone else, pulls you on your belly off all the moss and getting you up to the stones.
Thank you.
Yeah, and sorry for leaving you.
Don't be sorry. I would have
just
been able to
kinda-
get out without you.
I was
Yeah,
freaking out.
at
I'm
least-
sorry.
You're here now.
I'm sorry. I should have poked the moss.
It's okay.
I didn't
Fine.
know.
I'm fine.
Okay.
So you guys begin to traverse up this kind of stonework as you move forward. You know, the stones pretty much, I mean, as you test them going up, are pretty, sturdy. You guys come up to this larger kind of section. If you look on the image, kind of like this much larger. Looks like it might have been a tower at one point, but just kind of cut off, as it lays there to set up camp. As you guys kind of pull out bedrolls and such, it's actually where we're going to end it because it's a good ending point because we won't get into any combat this time. But we've started you on your adventure. We'll kick it over to Discord, open you guys a room for Lyra's Plains, and we'll see you guys when you schedule you next time. So to everyone in Slade, we miss you. No sheeps were hurt in the making of this episode. Sorry, buddy, it's been a while.
But goats were.
Goats were definitely hurt.
It's coins.
So, bye guys, bye Twitch.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Twitch.
Bye.
Oh, misty eye of the mountain below. Keep careful watch of my brother's souls. And should the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over during sun. If this is to end in fire, then we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out, Father, oh, stand by and we will watch the flames burn over and on the mountainside. And if we should die tonight, we should all